Look up at the night sky. For thousands of years, people everywhere have gazed upward, searching for meaning in the stars. The constellations above us have inspired myths, guided travelers, and sparked the curiosity of dreamers and scientists alike. For millennia, we saw the same stars as our ancestors, connecting us to a shared human story that stretches back to the dawn of civilization. The night sky was a constant, a map of light in the darkness, but now, everything is changing. A new space race is underway, not to plant flags on distant worlds, but to fill the sky with thousands of satellites. These artificial stars are rapidly outnumbering the natural ones, transforming the heavens above. These satellites promise to connect every corner of the globe to the internet, building the digital highways of the future. Imagine a world where no one is left offline, no matter how remote or isolated their home may be. This race is about more than just technology. It's about power, influence, and who controls the infrastructure that will define the 21st century. The stakes are high and the competition is fierce. Unlike the Cold War's rocket battles, today's competition is commercial and strategic, fought with vast networks of small satellites. Companies and countries are investing billions to claim their place in orbit. SpaceX's Starlink has already launched thousands, blanketing the planet with coverage. But China is stepping up with its own ambitious project, Guowang, a constellation that could rival or even surpass Starlink in scale. China's space program has grown rapidly, from astronauts in orbit to rovers on Mars. Their achievements have captured the world's attention and signaled a new era of competition in space. Now, with Guowang, China aims to lead in low Earth orbit, the prime real estate for these new constellations. Whoever dominates this space will shape the future of global connectivity. Guowang signals China's intent to shape the future of global communications and secure its place as a space superpower. The project is a bold statement of ambition and technological prowess. Imagine high-speed internet everywhere, from remote villages to ships at sea, from mountaintops to deserts. The possibilities for education, business, and healthcare are limitless. This technology could transform economies, education, and daily life for billions. It could bridge the digital divide, giving new opportunities to people who have been left behind. But it also raises big questions. Who controls these networks? Who decides who gets access, and at what price? The answers will shape the balance of power on Earth and in space. What rules will govern the crowded space above us? As more satellites fill the sky, the risk of collisions and interference grows. International cooperation and new regulations will be essential. As China accelerates Guowang, the world is watching closely. Every launch, every new satellite is a step in a high-stakes race that will impact us all. The race for the stars is on, and its outcome will shape life on Earth for generations to come. The sky above us is no longer just a canvas of dreams. It's the new frontier of human ambition. So what is Guowang? The name means national network, and that's exactly its goal. Guowang is China's state-backed plan to build a massive network of satellites in low Earth orbit, or LEO. Thousands of satellites will work together, blanketing the globe with high-speed internet. Think of it as a cell phone network in space. Satellites passing overhead, handing off your connection seamlessly. The project is managed by China Satellite Network Group, created just for this purpose. Nearly 13,000 satellites are planned, spread across different orbits to cover the entire planet. Guowang aims to serve not just China, but countries worldwide, making it a truly global system. Each satellite is a smart, autonomous robot, forming a powerful web of communication. It's one of the most ambitious space infrastructure projects ever, and a clear statement of China's technological ambitions. When you think of satellite internet, Starlink is probably the first name that comes to mind. Over the past few years, it has become almost synonymous with the idea of high-speed internet beamed down from space, reaching even the most remote corners of the globe. SpaceX's Starlink leads the pack, with over 6,000 satellites already in orbit and millions of users worldwide. Its rapid deployment and ambitious goals have set a new benchmark for what's possible in satellite communications. Starlink's success has set the standard for all competitors, including China's ambitious Guowang project, which is now stepping onto the global stage. Guowang is the challenger, state-led, with plans for nearly 13,000 satellites, rivaling Starlink's scale. If successful, it would more than double the number of satellites in orbit, creating a truly massive network. Right now, Guowang is far behind, with only a handful of test satellites launched. but every new launch brings it one step closer to its ambitious target. But China is known for moving fast on big projects, and Guowang is a national priority. The government's commitment means resources, manpower, and technology are being poured into the project at an unprecedented rate. The government is mobilizing resources to catch up, aiming for major deployment by 2030. With a clear timeline and strong political will, Guowang's progress could accelerate rapidly in the coming years. Starlink is the fast-moving hare, racing ahead with private innovation and relentless launches. Guowang, meanwhile, is the powerful tortoise, backed by the full weight of the Chinese state, moving steadily and strategically. Starlink's approach is commercial and agile, driven by market forces and rapid iteration. Guowang's is strategic and centralized, with long-term planning and government coordination at its core. Both want the same prize: dominance in global space-based connectivity. Whoever wins will shape how billions of people access the internet, from cities to the most isolated villages. The race is on, and the world is watching to see who will shape the future of the internet from space. Every launch, every milestone, is closely followed by governments, businesses, and ordinary people alike. The outcome will define who leads the next era of global communications, setting the stage for a new digital age powered by constellations of satellites circling high above our planet. To build a mega-constellation, you need rockets, lots of them. Launching thousands of satellites is the biggest challenge, and China is ramping up fast. The Long March rockets have been China's workhorses, but now new commercial rockets are joining the race. Recent test launches have proven the technology works, setting the stage for mass deployment. China is encouraging private launch companies, much like the US did with SpaceX. New players like Landspace and Galactic Energy are developing reusable rockets for frequent, cost-effective launches. The goal moved from a few test satellites to dozens per launch, multiple times a month. New launch facilities, like the Hainan spaceport, are being built to support this pace. China is creating an assembly line from factory to launch pad, aiming to match SpaceX's rapid cadence. The countdown to a full-scale Guowang network has begun. Guowang isn't just about faster internet. It's a strategic move with global impact. Domestically, it bridges China's digital divide, connecting rural areas and boosting economic growth. Internationally, Guowang is a pillar of China's Belt and Road Initiative, offering internet to partner nations and building a digital Silk Road. This gives China influence in global tech infrastructure, providing an alternative to Western networks. There's also a military angle. A secure, independent satellite network is a huge asset for communications and surveillance. Guowang's dual-use nature, civilian and military, makes it critical for national security. Building Guowang is about technological sovereignty and prestige, reducing reliance on foreign tech. It's China's bid to help set the rules for space-based internet, not just follow them. In the 21st century, leading in space means leading on Earth. Guowang is China's play for a seat at the top table of global power. Building a 13,000 satellite network is a massive challenge, and China faces big hurdles. The sheer scale of the Guowang project is unprecedented, requiring not just advanced technology, but also flawless coordination between thousands of engineers, scientists, and manufacturers. Every step, from design to deployment, must be executed with precision. Launch capacity is the first. China must scale up rocket launches fast to secure its orbital slots. This means developing new rockets, expanding launch facilities, and ensuring a steady cadence of successful missions. The pressure is on to keep up with global competitors who are also racing to fill the skies. Any delays in rocket development or launch frequency could put Guowang behind. Even a single setback can ripple through the entire schedule, risking missed deadlines and lost opportunities in the fiercely competitive space race. Space is getting crowded. Starlink, OneWeb, Amazon, and Guowang all want room in low Earth orbit. The competition for limited orbital real estate is intense, and every new satellite increases the complexity of managing this shared environment. More satellites mean higher risk of collisions and dangerous debris. Each new launch adds to the congestion, raising the stakes for safe navigation and increasing the threat of catastrophic chain reactions from even minor accidents. Managing this space traffic requires international cooperation, but geopolitical tensions make it tough. Countries must agree on rules and share data, yet trust is often in short supply, making coordination a real challenge. Mass-producing satellites at scale is another challenge. China needs automated factories and a robust supply chain. Scaling up production without sacrificing quality demands cutting-edge robotics, skilled workers, and reliable suppliers for every component. Any bottlenecks or quality issues could cause major delays. A single faulty part or production halt can set back the entire constellation, making rigorous quality control absolutely essential. There's also a race against regulatory deadlines. Fail to launch enough satellites in time, and China could lose its orbital rights. International rules are strict, and missing these windows could mean starting over or losing valuable positions in orbit. Guowang's path is full of obstacles, and the clock is ticking. Every day counts, and the margin for error is razor thin as China pushes to achieve its ambitious goals. Success will require speed, precision, and global coordination. Only by overcoming these immense challenges can China hope to secure its place among the leaders in the new space era. Guowang's secrecy is a major concern. Unlike SpaceX, China shares little about Guowang's capabilities or intentions, fueling suspicion abroad. The constellation's dual-use potential, civilian and military, raises alarms in the West. Could it be used for surveillance or military operations? The line is blurry. Lack of transparency also complicates space traffic management, increasing collision risks. For the US and its allies, Guowang is both a commercial rival and a potential security threat. The debate isn't just about technology, it's about trust, security, and who sets the rules in space. The next few years are critical for Guowang. China will shift from testing to rapid deployment, launching large batches of satellites. Success depends on new commercial rockets achieving high launch rates. As Guowang grows, China will offer services at home and to Belt and Road partners, testing its global appeal. Expect aggressive space diplomacy as China signs up new users. Guowang's rise will push Starlink and others to innovate and compete on price. But it could also split the world into digital blocks, mirroring geopolitical divides. The outcome will shape global communications and the balance of power for decades. We're at a turning point. The sky above is becoming vital infrastructure. Who will own and control this digital sky open to all, or divided by rival powers? The US model is private and commercial. China's is state-driven and strategic. Competing visions could create two incompatible global networks, a new digital curtain. The rules set now for space traffic and data sharing will shape the future for everyone. If rivalry turns to conflict, it could threaten the satellites we all depend on. Keeping space peaceful and open requires transparency and cooperation, hard to achieve in a divided world. The choices we make today will decide if the sky connects us or divides us for generations to come.